Welcome to Andy's Shop and Lounge. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm gonna try and turn some parts from cardboard into steel. Not a magic trick, just a bunch of hard work putting together a bunch of equipment, running the CNC table a second time for real. And I'm gonna videotape the entire thing so you get to see how poorly I do and how many tools I'll pull out just to get this job done. But hey, sit back and relax and watch some other idiot do a bunch of work while you get to comment on all the mistakes he's making, because trust me, I do make a lot of mistakes. But hey, I appreciate you watching. You don't have to click like, you don't have to hit subscribe, but I appreciate it when you do, because if you do, well, that just allows me to get to the point where I can go back to doing live videos again. I'm trying to get over 1,000 followers, and it's a lot more fun when we can do a quick 30-second or 90-second hit on the weekend. But I don't mind doing these big videos too, but it's really hard because I got to slow way down, and I'd rather just get to work. I'm not a person who likes to stop and set up a camera every 5 seconds. So here's a little sneak peek. Today we're going to get to working on these things. Last week, or a couple weeks back, I went ahead and practiced making sure that these were the right side. I made these templates out of cardboard, and well, today, darn it, we're going to cut these out on the table for real. And you get to see just how much effort goes into doing that. Anyway, sit back, relax, watch, and we'll see how this turns out. Thank you. Okay, so I guess part of the fun is setting your equipment up, if you can call it that. We're going to start with some basics for today. We're going to try and set up the GoPro. I can't tell you how stupid this makes me feel, learning how to do this stuff. It's just not my wheelhouse to do it, but it seems like if you want to see what's going on in here, the only way I can do is if I can share what I'm actually doing. And just a quick look here. Holy crap, we're recording right away. Look at that. Of course we know we got the beast. Whew. I think today, I said earlier in the video, I'm going to be doing some work. One of the things we want to take care of for sure is this issue I have with the back of it. We had designed some panels to sit back here. What I wanted to do was I wanted to be able to cut out the pedestal that's eventually going to sit back here. And you may have seen in a previous video, I have a piece of cardboard that I templated up, and I actually built that in AutoCAD. And then I did a scribe out on my table and cut it out and made sure it fit. So today I think we're going to cut it in steel, and I thought for fun, we'll go ahead and record the whole thing, let you guys see the whole process. Anyway, we'll get back to that in just a moment. I still, right now, I got to do some setup, so you're going to have the fun of watching that. Oh, Lord. Let's get this moving here. Good old Google AI, I said, what would it take? What kind of steel would you recommend if I was building a deck in the back of my truck to replace the back seat? And that deck is going to be approximately 4 feet by 4 feet. And I'm going to build the top of the deck out of plywood, but the base of the deck is going to be made out of steel. And the deck may support a weight of, I don't know, about 1,000 pounds, but dispersed across the deck. So what kind of steel would be the best recommendation for that? Now, before I started, I kind of guessed it'd be 090 because it's just a good round number of steel. It's got a nice thick to it, and it's going to be on its edge. It's not going to be flat, so it's not going to have a lot of flex like that. If anything, it's all downward force. But wouldn't you know, the AI did the math on it itself, and it came back and said minimum 060, but 090 would probably be the best choice. I'm impressed because all I did is give it all the variables, and it came back and gave me the recommendation on its own. So don't be afraid to get in there and try something new like that. It's totally worth it. In a moment here, I'm going to have to pause this video because I'm getting to the point now where I got to come back with a computer and a laptop. And before I do that, we'll set up a table. Hang on. Let's get that going too. The table. It's right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the thing we have to think about when we cut steel like this is, because the Z-axis is fixed on this machine, this steel has to be perfectly flat through the cutting process. And that's important because it is a water table. I mean, I could fill it up with water, but that thing with filling it with water usually means I'm going to cut a bunch of parts. I'm not cutting a bunch of parts today. I'm cutting just the seat base. So we're kind of hoping that this will be enough just to get it done today. And we'll know when we cut the first piece. Okay, time for our big moment. Well, it looks like it's a successful cut. Great. And the other piece is cut out. Okay, so at this point, I've bent up the driver's side, as you can see. And it was important when we were done, keep in mind that it's going to attach to a front plate. So we already put the 90-degree bend inside of it. And we just put that inside the bend brake over there and bent it up. It's the first time I bent 90 while steeling it. And unfortunately, it's too much to try and get a camera over there, and the area is too dark to film anything, but put that, and then I actually came over and I did plan this extra little foot at the bottom of it so that it wouldn't be digging into carpet at the bottom, and we got the foot bent into it nicely. So essentially the driver's side's complete. I've already got the passenger side bent up. We're now going to get in there and bend that same little foot over across the bottom. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, on to the next step. Well, as you can see, got the shop mostly all straightened up behind me. Oh, camera around, that's a ton of work. You know, you don't think much about it. People that film this stuff for a living on YouTube, God bless them, they do a lot of work. Where'd our day end up? Well, we got the two side pieces cut. And they're meant to house, you know, the electronics underneath here, the compressors and the electrical box on that side. And some of this will actually have another extra cover over that so we can use it for some under storage. Ultimately though, the big plan will be to turn the whole back of the beast into a storage area. Beast. Well, we got the side plates cut. Eventually, we're going to have to get something to put the top on here so we can have access to this area. Large part of this just going to become a big storage compartment. And then we can finally get to finishing up all the insulation in the back. Yep. Old beast is coming along. Next thing I got to get on is probably cleaning up some of the bumpers. I haven't even touched the front bumper yet, but it's next on the list. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I thought you might want to see just how much I try and put into one of these days when I film. I can't do this every weekend, and my wife probably wouldn't have none of it. I do live on some land, and there's always a bunch of yard work to do around this place. But, you know, considering that we did all this in one day, cut out 2 panels and got them to fit, I think that's pretty good. Stay tuned. I know I got a couple big weekends coming up. I know we got my buddy Wally coming out in a few weeks, and we're going to try and put some more effort on it. Summertime's right around the corner. I got to get old Jiminy Cricket back out on the. He's been all up for winter, but he's ready to get back out on the road again. I want to get him driving again. I love driving this thing. It's just a blast. I'm already thinking about a repower. It's too bad. I like the engine that's in it, but unfortunately, it's just not safe to drive on public roads around here. He needs to go at least 45 or 50, and that poor tiled old engine, it just doesn't do much over 35 or 40, and it's just not enough. But anyway, we'll come back to that guy in a moment. But right now, Beast, getting awful close. I know we're all waiting to see when the paint's going to be completely done. I got to get these fender flares on, and you know, the body moldings are on there, but I still need to finish up the back end here and get the rear tail light on it. I got to get the antenna mounts up there. You can see those on place. Nice thing is having the interior place, having the seats mounted, that's always good. We still got a bunch of dash work to do and custom interior trim, but we're getting closer every day. It's running like a top ever since we fixed that fuel problem, and I did get some parts in. I mean, the beast parts pile is growing again of new parts that need to go on it, but stuff, quite honestly, that just isn't anywhere near as interesting to film, but you'll be here for it when it happens. I still got to get up and work on that Renegade light bar across the top of this thing as well and clean it up too and do some repair in the corner of it. But soon the beast is going to be out on trails again. I'm confident of that. Thanks for tuning in. Andy Shop and Lounge appreciates it. Really looking forward to seeing you guys back out here soon on the webs. And hopefully I can get out on the trails again soon. I do have the Honcho sitting out there, and he hasn't any miles on it, but he's ready to get some. There's nothing more fun than wheeling with your friends. I do like building them, but I only build them so I can wheel them. That's coming up soon too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow my Instagram, Andy Shop and Lounge, follow my shop pages. You can find me out there. I'm not endorsed by anything. I'm not looking to be. I just do this as a hobby for fun, just for those who like to fabricate as well and like to see what other people are doing. At some point, I'm going to get burnt out on this just like everyone else does. But for now, thanks for watching. And let's see what the next project is. Catch you later.